This time I will call to order the York County Transportation Committee for December 1st, 2025. The first item for us to consider is County Transportation Committee to approve the reallocation of economic development C funds in the amount of $350,000 from Kings Ridge Drive to Lazy Hawk Road. Mr.
Hey
Hampton.
there, good evening. I have a few slides to go over this to kind of bring you up to speed for this request. So you can see on the screen here, there's a map showing kind of an aerial view. I've called out the intersection in question. This is near I-77 and Mount Holly Road, or also known as Highway 901, exit 73 off I-77. This is related to some of the development that's gone on down on Lazy Hawk. Actually, I can do the next slide. So here's what we are wanting to do as far as improvement-wise. The lines in blue there are some intersection improvements that have been identified at Lazy Hawk and Mountain Holly Road intersection. Essentially, two tractor trailers can't leave. One can't leave the site or leave Lazy Hawk, and one can't turn into Lazy Hawk at the same time. So the improvement is more of a geometric improvement to widen out the intersection some to allow those turning movements to be able to take place. We also want to repave a portion of Lazy Hawk Road, which is the section in red there. There is, if you can kind of tell if you look at the screen, you can see the pavement condition can change as you go further down Lazy Hawk. A portion of Lazy Hawk was repaved recently down to Caterpillar Drive, so this would kind of fill in that gap of missing new pavement there from the current section that's been repaved up to the intersection. So it would all be lumped in as one project. And this is just kind of a plan view of the improvements that were shown that we're recommending to be done at the Lazy Hawk intersection. You can see just a little bit of widening there to better accommodate those truck turning movements at the location. Right now, we're looking at a total cost estimate around $550,000. And that is going to be made up of several different funding contributions on here. We have the Karis Cole, the previous developer, had a TIA funding contribution toward roadway improvements. We've also received a grant through Project Unagi. There's a $100,000 tax credit from AT&T. And then the last funding source that we're asking for approval tonight is to come from the Economic Development C funds. There is a previous project that there is $350,000 remaining left over from an ED project. We're just asking to reallocate that funding. I do realize that's a good bit more than what we anticipate will be needed, but by shifting that full amount, we'll officially close that project out. Then any money remaining from this project can be put back into the unallocated Economic Development C Fund account once this project is complete.
Thank you,
We
sir.
are intending to move forward in 2026 with construction. I believe there's a timeline where that AT&T grant has to be spent and the work has to be completed, so we are looking to get this work possibly spring, most likely summer for this work is what we're targeting for the completion.
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for staff?
Were we prepared, when we approve the project over on Lazy Hawk, were we expecting to make these improvements, or were we just looking to do the ones out on 901?
I know the improvements on Lazy Hawk have been planned all along, going
Okay.
back to Karis Cole 2 or 3
Gotcha.
years ago, I believe. It's just we've been able to, trying to come up with the additional funding to be able to complete the improvements. So now through the couple of grants that we've gotten, we feel like now's a good time to move forward with it. Josh, you want to add
Yes,
in?
and on a previous agenda, y'all approved us working with AT&T and asking for the additional 100,000. So on this agenda later tonight is the acceptance of that 100,000 from AT&T. So we're trying to time this work once we get the 100,000 to go and get the work done this year. That 100,000 got us very close. We didn't want to wait for one more development to get the last 115,000. We thought it was worth going to get this work done now.
I'll say this, that this benefits my district, but I'll be honest with you, I was expecting this to probably go through a different committee process and for this not to be approved this route. I'll tell you that there is anyone who rides over Lazy Hawk Road and goes to look at what the trucks will be experiencing at that intersection, it does not take a rocket scientist to see that if you don't have these improvements, it will be a nightmare. At the same time, I think our developers should be paying the full freight on that. So I have mixed emotions about this. At the same time, there is funding that's available to match what the developers are putting forward, and that's where we're at.
I know we had some extensive talks about the road situation. I mainly remember what was going on out on 901, not so much that was on the Lazy Hawk Road. That's why I
91
was
is right
asking, were we
there.
prepared?
91
to
is
make
right
the-
where it makes that intersection.
Yeah.
And the trucks that exit out of that way, if they do not have these three, if they don't have this path, what you're going to have is,
A cluster, in and out,
thank you,
in and out.
good word.
And based on the AT&T funding, as Patrick shared, if we're going to utilize the 100,000 we're getting from AT&T, we think we need to move now on this.
I am all for us finding better ways to make the developers pay for this full freight. But this came up and didn't go through the committees, and if they don't have these improvements, it will make it worse. That's where I'm at personally. Any other questions for staff?
I'm good. You want a motion?
We need a motion.
All right. Make a motion that the Transportation Committee approve the reallocation of economic development seed funds in the amount of $350,000 from Kings Ridge Drive to Lazy Hawk Road.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? I'll reiterate it. I'm supporting this because I feel like I have no other choice. I think developers should be paying this full freight. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Motion carries. That ends and concludes our Transportation Committee meeting.